So friends, today we'll be discussing about locking of the main engine turbocharger, or we can say locking of the main engine turbocharger rotor. So this is the most oftenly asked question in the MEP orals. So we'll just try to simplify it. So let's go. So actually, if first point we have to note is that the first point which we should take care of is, if turbine casing is not leaking, then we need not to shut off the cooling water. So we need not to shut off the cooling water when there is no leakage of the turbine casing. And the second point is, we have to first remove the turbine end bearing before fitting the before locking the main engine turbocharger. We have to remove the turbine end bearing. So first of all, what we will do is that we will drain the lube oil by removing the screw plug. So here is the screw plug. This screw plug we will remove it. We will drain the oil. Now after that we will, now friend, this is the turbine side bearing space cover is there, and these are the hex headed screws are there, hex headed screws. So these are the hex headed screws, and these are the 4 holes as you are seeing, 1 2 3 4. So we will these 4 holes will be having internal threads, and into this we will be inserting the puller screws, and we will just oppositely we will just tighten it, and the bearing, this turbine side bearing space cover will come out. Now after this comes out, the internal will be looking like this, and this is the oil pump. This is the oil pump, and after the oil pump is there is a cap nut, and this is the locking flange is there. This is a, please try to remember this part, because it's a very useful part when this locking of the main engine turbocharger is concerned. So this is the locking flange, and before that the center of this at this point of the oil pump, we will just measure with the dial gauge the radial displacement. We will just measure with the dial gauge, and 0.02 mm max is the reading. Max reading is the 0.02 mm. That is the radial displacement. So we will measure with the dial gauge the radial displacement of this center of the shaft. Now after that, now friends, as you are seeing in the locking flange, there are 2 holes here. Actually here we are going to fit this part. Now this is actually the fixing tool. Here we are having this locking flange, and this is the fixing tool. So it looks like this. This is the fixing tool. We'll fix this fixing tool onto the locking flange. Here we will be fixing this fixing tool, and it will just make a contact with the shaft. Now friend, after that we will just open this cap nut. Now for this special tool, that C-spanner will be required. So with the C-spanner we will be unlocking this cap nut, and after that this oil pump will come out. This oil pump will come out, and after that we will remove this locking plate and locking plate. So the sequence is here. First we are fitting the fixing tool here, and because of that the rotor is being that fixing tool will hold the rotor, and after that we will just remove the cap nut, and we will remove the oil pump, and the oil pump will come out. After that we will just remove this locking plate, and when the locking plate is removed, we will just remove this fixing tool. This fixing tool, after that we will remove it. Now friends, this is the same locking flange. We have removed the fixing tool from here. We have removed the oil pump. Now on the shaft there will be a ring nut. So that ring nut, with a special tool, that is the box spanner with a Tommy bar here, we will be removing this ring nut. After this is removed, Now friend, after the ring nut is removed, onto the shaft we will just mount this extractor tool. This extractor tool is actually having, this is the bolt is there, bolt, and this is the bush. Now this bush, actually this bush will be having internal thread. This bush, this is the bush, then it will be having internal thread, and this internal thread, now this is the shaft. Now this is the shaft. On the shaft the bush is there. On this bush the bearing is sitting over here. So this bush will be having external thread. This is having external thread. So this internal thread will get fitted onto this external thread of the bush, and we will just pull out the bush with the, when we will tighten this extractor tool, this bush will come out. Along with the bush the bearing will come out. So that's what we are doing here. After this this bearing, the turbine side rotor bearing comes out. What we are going to do is that we will remove the hex-headed screws of the locking flange. This is the locking flange. We will remove the hex-headed screws and we'll just remove this locking flange. Now friends, as we have removed this locking flange and we have removed the turbine side bearing along with the bush, we will just take this locking flange out, and there is a locking device. Now this is how the locking device looks like. This is the locking device. It is having a step out here, and this is actually the pull ring. This is called the pull ring. Now this is the pull ring, and this is the whole thing is called locking device. On this we are going to place the locking flange. Now here, as we are seeing that we are going to press this locking flange onto this locking device, and it will sit over this pull ring. Now what we will do is that, see here, after fitting this locking flange onto the pull ring, what we will do is that we will just insert, or we will slide this locking device. This locking device is being slided over onto the shaft, and after that we are going to lock this locking. This is the locking flange, and this locking flange will be just tightening it over here. After tightening, this locking device will hold onto this shaft along with its grooves, so it will just prevent the rotation of the shaft further. After we have put this locking device along with this locking flange, and we have tightened the all hex-headed screws, what we'll do, we'll just put back we will just put back this bearing space cover which we had taken out. So friends, I have tried to keep it as simple as possible. So, and please subscribe. Thank you.